the labyrinth of breath, finding light in the shadows. Theo had always been an adventurous spirit, exploring every corner of his hometown with a fearless heart. But everything changed when he experienced his first panic attack. It struck suddenly, like a thief in the night, stealing his breath and leaving him trembling in its wake. Since that day, fear wrapped around him like a thick fog, clouding his mind and shrouding his once bright world in shadows. Every time Theo stepped outside, the specter of panic lurked nearby. The slightest trigger, a crowded room, a sudden noise, or even the thought of an unexpected event sent his heart racing and his palms sweating. The panic attacks became frequent, leaving him feeling vulnerable and isolated. He began to avoid social gatherings, school events, and even family outings, retreating further into the safety of his home. One evening, after a particularly harrowing day filled with anxiety, Theo found himself wandering through the woods behind his house, searching for solace. The trees towered above him, their leaves whispering secrets to the wind. As he walked, he stumbled upon an ancient stone archway overgrown with vines and moss. Curiosity tugged at him, and he stepped through, not knowing what awaited on the other side. To his astonishment, he found himself in a magical labyrinth bathed in ethereal light. The walls shimmered like crystal, casting rainbows that danced along the ground. Intrigued yet apprehensive, Theo took a deep breath and ventured deeper into the labyrinth. As he navigated the winding paths, he encountered various creatures that represented different aspects of fear. There was the shadow beast, which embodied the panic that gripped his chest during an attack, and the wisp, a fleeting light that embodied his hope of freedom. Each encounter tested his resolve, forcing him to confront the very fears that had kept him captive for so long. During one particularly intense moment, the shadow beast cornered him, its eyes glowing with malice. Theo's heart raced, and he felt the familiar tightness in his chest. But then he remembered the wisdom his grandmother had once shared. When the darkness comes, remember to breathe. Your breath is your light. With trembling hands, Theo focused on his breath, inhaling deeply and exhaling slowly. The light of his breath illuminated the shadows around him, pushing back the darkness. To his surprise, the shadow beast began to shrink, retreating into the corners of the labyrinth. Empowered by his newfound strength, Theo continued to confront each fear that emerged. The wisp guided him through the maze, whispering affirmations and reminding him that he was not alone. He learned to embrace each panic attack as a part of his journey rather than a force to be feared. As he navigated the labyrinth, Theo discovered hidden chambers filled with treasures, memories of laughter, moments of courage, and snippets of joy that had been overshadowed by fear. With each treasure he uncovered, he felt his confidence grow, transforming the once frightening labyrinth into a sanctuary of healing. Finally, after what felt like a lifetime of wandering, Theo reached the heart of the labyrinth, a serene oasis filled with blooming flowers and a shimmering pool. Here, he understood the truth. The labyrinth was a reflection of his mind, a space where he could learn to manage his fears rather than be ruled by them. When he emerged from the labyrinth, the sun was setting, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink. Theo felt lighter, his heart unburdened by the weight of panic. He returned home with a new perspective, ready to embrace life once more, knowing that he possessed the power to confront the shadows within.